What's up, you guys? It's your boy Zeus from Figure It All Out. Before we start today's video, I want to personally thank everybody that has commented across all my platforms, that has hit that like button, that has been subscribing and showing some enormous love. I want to personally thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are my driving force, and you guys are my fuel to keep on, improving myself and giving you guys something that you guys can actually take something away from, and showing you guys that there's more than one way to crack an egg. So, thank you guys. I when I say that in the comment section, thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank all of you. Thank you. It means the world to me. And without further ado, we're going to start the video, and I'm just going to give you a little synopsis of what the video is going to be about. So, I got some heads from Paul's Custom. The link's going to be in the description box below. If you see anything that I say is from him, which, if you've ever seen my videos, I have a lot of werewolves. The head sculpts are from him, and if you want to make your own werewolf, I suggest you go to that page and buy yourself a head. And I got some other heads. So, that's what this video is going to be about. Also, a couple of other repaints, and just me thanking you guys. Alright, so thank you guys, and let's get to the video. So, today, I'm going to show you guys a couple of my customs. As per usual, probably some things you haven't seen. So, let's just get to the meat of it. And I got a package. My good buddy Paul. Just supporting, dear friend. And, he always has some good stuff. I already opened the package, but I just want to show you, where it's coming from. And I also covered up the addresses because, God forbid we get something undesirable in the mail, right? So, in the package contained 4 heads. So, let's start off with the first 2, which was a complete surprise to me. My good buddy Paul always hooks me up. I got the classic Wolfman heads. Now, this I have been looking forward to for a very long time. And I have a lot of plans. I'm trying this on a couple of different bodies to see which one I like. But first, I'm going to paint this up. And then we're going to go and see how much the fur blends into the actual, blends into the face to kind of determine its size. Because this is hair. Like, you can have a lot of hair and make your head look bigger. But once it darkens up, like, especially in this gray, is not doing, this, resin gray is not doing a good justification of how big it'll look on a head. So my original idea was to put it on a jackal body. Now, this is obviously too big for this jackal body. But this, the open mouth head kind of looks right. I want to say it looks right. And if I go with this body, it's going to save me half the work of sculpting all this fur onto the body. I could just throw pants on them and call it a day. And this would look so dope if this works, but I got to actually see. I got a little bit of blue tack in there because I tried this out before filming it. Got a little blue tack in there, and on camera, like, look at that. That does not look that bad, right? But this is also the Wolfman, and you don't want to, compared to, like, a beast figure, this is not as imposing, especially amongst all the other figures. Like, dude, look at him next to this Hercules. Hercules unbunned. Let's see if I can focus. Unbunned Hercules. I just casted and molded this head off the Old Man Hawkeye head, which is actually right there. You can see it. You see, he's not as imposing. But this is Hercules, so this is not the ideal example. But let me just post them up next to the Black Knight. Black Knight that won't stand right now. Showing off for the camera. See, that's like kind of works, but kind of doesn't. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm trying to say here. I also have, I don't know if you guys remember this guy that I teased, this Beastman thing I teased a while ago. Let me get that other head so I can kind of show you. Remember this? From a few videos back, I think this was in the, oh, that was King Shark. His head almost like fell off. Because the way I have it on there. Anyways. So this guy, I'm thinking, take this off. Get rid of that. Instantly looks pretty promising, right? And this body's big enough to house this head, and it looked good. You see what I'm saying? So this is a strong possibility. Let me see if I could get the camera to focus. Alright. So now that we got this Wolfman potentially out the way, we're going to have him sit right here, and we're going to have him hold his other head like such. And, you know, I'll do a full 360 once I have them all painted up. And, oh boy, it's taking a lot more work than I anticipated. There we go. Right, and third head. This is a Red Arrow Roy Harper head. Now, I don't know if you guys follow DC and the New 52 and all that stuff, where, you know, pretty much Red Hood formed a little gang, and it was Roy Harper, Starfire, and Jason Todd. So I've been wanting to replace my Red Arrow head for the longest, on my Mezco Red Arrow. I think this is a perfect solution. Shout out to my boy Paul for getting the sculpt. And we're going to see that painted up as well. Yeah, I'm setting the bar high for myself, right? Just painting up all these figures, as if I don't have a wife already. And last but not least, this beast head. So I teased a little something on Instagram today. And for those who are paying attention, it's going to be an alternate beast that I'm going to make. And it meshes well with the Dark Beast body. So I'm going to paint him up in a very different style. Beast is actually a very awesome character. I have a lot of Beast figures. This is going to just add on to that. So there's a lot going on right here. And if you guys do want to know the specifics of any of these, this is actually a Deathstroke head I painted. If you follow me on Instagram, you see how that was designed for the McFarlane Deathstroke from Arkham Asylum. But, you know, I like that figure's gold as it is. So I experimented, and plus I 3D printed this and painted it up. I'll put the post that I originally, my little Instagram post right here. You guys can check that out on how it looks on Deathstroke. And I think that looks pretty sick with that. But that's pretty much a crossbone body. And I've used a Marcus Phoenix Gears of War figure, a Storm Collectibles, for some customs. So I had some pieces, and you could tell by the gun, the chainsaw gun, that's from Gears of War. This is armor, and that's crossbone, and that's a knife from the Marcus Phoenix. Nothing special. And I'm pretty sure you've seen all these other figures in like previous posts on my Instagram, if you follow me on there. Yeah, just look around on there. There's a lot of cool things that I try and experiment. That's a Storm Collectibles Golden Axe skeleton from their original release. And I just put a GPS robe on him, and I have the Grim Reaper. This scythe, however, came from McFarlane. One of those Fortnite figures came with it. This guy right here, Black Knight. This is just a GPS slot upgrade. They sell the soft goods to upgrade your Black Knight, which I think makes him look 100 times better. I fell in love with this head sculpt, and I was like, I gotta do justice by this figure. I originally had another thing on him, but this is where it's at. It comes with the belt, the tassels that go front and back, and this cape right here. That's a major upgrade. Definitely worth it. If you guys were ever thinking about it and saw it, it's worth it. And that is proof of that. And you guys seen the video of the King Shark. And alright, we're just going to paint it up now. I'm going to prime it up, paint it up, sand these joints right here. And we're gonna get this going. So once I get that painted up, I also have some other things that I painted that I'll also be showing you with this. So is this like a one specific custom video? No. But I hope that, you guys could take something away from this. Alrighty guys, now we're back, and what you see in front of you is the finished product of all those heads that I painted. And don't worry about Gears of War Deathstroke over there. He's just chilling out and just enjoying the view. Let me give you guys a full circle view of these guys. So first we're going to start out with Slash and give you guys a spin. So when NECA made this Turtles in Timeline, they did a phenomenal job at bringing us all these characters that we all know and love. Shredder, the Turtles, the Foot Soldiers, Leatherhead, and there are some other ones I'm pretty sure that just are not coming to mind. They made this Slash, and they had every opportunity to reuse this mold, which I have nothing against the animated one, like with a robotic eye. Actually, I have it right here. Hold on 1 second. My dude's just out here chilling, eating pizza. I have nothing against this mold. I love it. That's why I own it. But they did not take the opportunity to take this, the 8-bit 2D style, and repaint it like this, which I would have highly appreciated it, because, dude, till this day I still own this figure. Like, this is a throwback from way back. I've owned this figure about like 3 times in my life. So, me and my brothers are huge Turtle fans. This is something that we all have our likes and interests. We generally like all the same thing, but Turtles have been with us, like, I want to say since I can even remember. Like, I think the first line of figures that I ever had were the Playmates Turtles, and a few Toy Biz X-Men and stuff like that, and Power Rangers, and I'm rambling, and I'm trying to make this as consumable as possible, so I'm going to shut up and just let you guys see this Slash. What I did was I combined multiple blues to get that teal. I used Creative Coat, or Crema Coat, I think it's called, from Deco Art. It's a line sold at Target that anybody can go and buy this stuff. It's super cheap. And yeah, the mass inspiration of this was this Playmates guy. And I took a different route. I painted his nails. Actually never painted the nails. And I made his claws gunmetal instead of this goofy purple. And I took advantage of these like wooden plank things he has on his shoulder pads. And instead of making them purple, I made them look like wood. It looks like he has wood. Because, you know, if you know Slash, he's a rough fella. I love all his stories from when he's in the show and when he is in the Mutanimals. Dude, this guy is just one of my favorite characters from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo's my favorite turtle. Just throwing that out there. Alright, let's go to the next guy. Move all this stuff aside. Let's go to the Warhammer Space Marine, because this was a really fun thing to paint. There's so much things you could do with this. This is probably the funnest thing I've painted in a very long time, and I can't remember the last thing I painted that was this fun. This guy, you can take advantage of so many little things on this to make this stand out. Like, I got a little inspiration from Gundam and like painted this like it feels a head camera. And I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite and tell you guys that I'm the biggest Warhammer fan. I've actually never played that. But when I saw that McFarlane was making these, I've always been interested in the tabletop game and painting those little Space Marines. It's just I've never got into it. I've never learned the learning curve because I played the PC and console games. I just never could fully grasp it, and I can understand why it's like a cult. Like it has a cult following because the stuff is like once you know it, I've seen people play. It's awesome. But as far as this figure's concerned, like, I don't know if you guys can see it right here. Let me zoom it in. I painted the eyes and the skull red. I think that is just so cool, like, how that came out. Like, that's awesome. I painted, like, I really tested this thing. And, battle marks, the paint job was actually inspired by the Zaku from Gundam, the mobile suit, and also a combination of the Zaku and Salamanders, the faction in Warhammer. And I got this. So let me spin them around. There's nothing fancy on here. I used black and gunmetal to paint this this jet, it looks like. The little backpack jet backpack. Can't talk, because I've been talking all day. And he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And let me put you away now. Alright, moving on. Oh, also, to get this like this, I used a very thin line of silver, and I primed this in gunmetal. And what I did was, I focused on the top, and I kind of lightly stroked my brush silver over the gunmetal, and it came out like this. If you were wondering how I made that cool feathery effect, I think that's probably one of the coolest features on this thing. Like how well it's layered, it's awesome. McFarlane did a phenomenal job on that. Let's go to Red Arrow Roy Harper. So, if I like this figure enough to buy a Mezco figure of this, the character, yeah, that says a lot. And not only that, I bought this when I knew that I was getting this, so that I could swap the heads. Little do I know that this head was way too small for this body, and it was just, it would look like a peanut literally on a Hulk if I were to actually make that transition and like Dremel out the hole in this head and plop it on here. So when Paul from Paul's Custom announced that he has this head sculpt. Well, he didn't announce it. I think he did. But I seen it in his shop, and I was like, dude, I gotta have that. And this thing is so awesome. This thing is just like everything I wanted out of Red Arrowhead. It looks a little mature because of the strains that you see on the face. But this is 110 times better than this head. Like, if anything, I'll paint the hair black, and it could be a Robin head, and that would, I believe that would fit better. Like, dude, but look at the design on this. Like, he even has a hair coming out the hat. Like, this is awesome. And big compliment to my boy Paul for getting that file and printing this, and it's just awesome. This is everything I wanted out of this Red Arrow figure, and I love it 10 times more. I painted the mask. If you're wondering why it's shiny like that, I glossed over it. That and the symbol on his head. On his hat, I'm sorry. Nothing crazy, just a simple, paint job. Layers of skin colors from Vallejo paint. Barbarian, elf tone, and what else did I use? I think those were it. And I used a little bit of red, and that's all I did. Next, we have this beast. So, initially, this is not what I hoped for. I wanted to make this purple, but mixing the Vallejo paint, Vallejo, whatever you want to say, depending on what part of the world you live in, I could not get purple. So, no matter how I did it, I got shades of blue, and I use those shades of blue in this, so you, like, those very navy parts, where the colors I was getting, you can kind of see a lot of it in, like, his hairline. Dude, this thing is so awesome, though. This looks like a hyper version of, like, a Beast Unleashed of the 90s. Like, dude, this thing is, like, look at this. Why? Like, this is what they're screaming. Like, dude, that face is so dramatic. I bought this one from Paul, and I do not regret that. Dude, there's so many different ways you can go about this. Like, I was actually thinking about also painting a red beast, because I already have a blue beast. And this is the dark beast body, in case you guys missed that. The beast I was going for, I'm going to show a picture of it right here. I just, it called for this, and I have the metallic purple for this. It would not look right if I had the metallic purple and not the purple fur. So, I just went the traditional route and made Beast all over again. But this is a hyper-realized Beast of the 90s. The 90s was a crazy time in comics. It gave birth to a lot of crazy stories. And this looks like it belongs to the Age of Apocalypse, to counterpart the Dark Beast that existed there, because that Beast was an actual villain. So this is probably the good guy Beast saying, hey man, I'm here to take back the mantle of Beast, and you can no longer be called that, and I'm here to put you to rest with your experiments. So, did I show you guys the back? This thing also fits perfect. Like, Paul's print fits perfectly on the peg. Like, there is no, like, it goes right on there. I did Dremel it out a little bit so it could fit in a little smoother, but that is not necessary. It fits right when you get it. Just paint it up, you're good to go. And I could have painted it gray, and it could have just, but I was really adamant on getting that purple, and I hate wasting stuff, so I went with the blue route anyway. Last but not least, if you know me, you know I love werewolves. So when I saw this on Paul's store, I did not hesitate and I bought it. Now this is sitting on the Warpath Marvel Legends body, and this thing has a lot of life to it. This head right here is awesome, and it is a good nod to whoever the 3D artist is that did this. They did a hell of a job making it, because this is a blast from the past for me. Like, this is so awesome. This is the first head. I'm going to show you the second head right here. Like, the only disappointment I have is that I didn't sculpt fur into his body, or have like that blue, long shirt, the button-up shirt that the Universal Monster werewolf, the Wolfman, has. Like, dude, this thing is epic. Look at that. Look at the hair, dude. Look at the hair. But this body's fine for now. I probably will improve this figure in getting that shirt, maybe, or possibly sculpting the fur on here and painting it. But yeah, I love the turnout. I think it was great. I am not disappointed, and Paul knocked it out of the park with these prints. Like, let me see if you can zoom in. That's not doing any difference. So I stuck with white pupils because to give it that feral, like, I'm a freaking monster. I'm gonna kill you. I'm here to kill you. Look, like that that savage look, and I think it turned out great. And that's it for the video, guys. I feel like I've been talking forever, and this has been days stretch of making this stuff, and I just want to thank you guys, and just if you guys can take anything away from this, please do. Go make your own stuff, and thank you guys for watching. And if you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more of this kind of stuff, subscribe. And thank you for everybody that's been supporting. And this is going to conclude the video for now. I am in the works of making like a collection video, and it's just, my collection is just so much of a mess. I have too much stuff. I don't even have all my stuff out. It's kind of overwhelming, but I'll do my best to make those kind of videos.